1 minute. That's how long it took me to create this effect. Creating visual effects used to feel like something only professionals and big studios could do. But thanks to AI, the process is getting cheaper, faster, and honestly, the results are getting really good. In this video, I will show you how to use KlingAI to add mind-blowing VFX to your own footage. You can replace characters, composite new elements into your videos, and much more. Let's start with this image. I want to make the rocket launch with massive smoke and fire effects. Instead of spending ages separating elements in Photoshop and animating them in After Effects, I'm going to head over to KlingAI and go to video generation. From the drop-down menu, select the latest Kling 2.1 model. It costs the same as their old 1.6 model, but you can generate 1080p videos with higher quality, better consistency, and even faster generation times. There's also Kling 2.1 Master, which is better at prompt adherence, but it costs more to use. I've tested the normal 2.1 version and it's been great for me, so I will stick with that. Click here to upload your image and write a prompt describing the video you would like to generate. Actually, you don't even have to write the prompt yourself. Simply click here to open DeepSeek and it will automatically analyze your image. As you can see, it comes up with a prompt describing exactly what I had in mind because it understands the context. So I'm going to click on use prompt. The only thing I want to do is add some camera shake. Down here you can choose between two modes. If you want to prioritize speed, go with standard. It's faster and costs only 20 credits. Personally, I prefer professional mode. It costs more, but it gives much better quality. You can choose the duration of your video, and you can also generate multiple outputs for you to choose from. Then click here to start generating. As you can see, doing image to video with Kling 2.1 in professional mode will take about 1 minute, and sure enough, a minute later we have our video. And look at that. The smoke and fire effects look so realistic. Now, ideally, the support tower should retract as the rocket launches, but that doesn't take away from how insanely good the animation looks. You can even see the smoke expand behind the little poles at the bottom corner of the image. The shadows follow the smoke perfectly, and the camera tilts up to follow the rocket just as we requested in the prompt. I also modified the prompt to make the camera orbit around the rocket. The AI followed that remarkably well. The only issue is that the launch tower moves up with the rocket, but I'm sure this would work better with a few more attempts. What's impressive is how it expands the view as the camera moves. Because we're changing the angle, the AI needs to generate additional landscape, and it does it quite well. Now let's take this a little further and add visual effects to a video. I have footage of a car speeding down a highway and I want to make it blow up. Here's how. Let's say I want the effect to start at this frame. I'm using Premiere Pro to extract the image from this particular moment. Now let's upload that to KlingAI, then use a prompt to add the explosion and match the camera movement of the original video. Again, I'm gonna use DeepSeek for that. In this case, I will say the car explodes and the camera moves backwards in tracking motion. Hit enter and DeepSeek will write an optimized prompt based on that request. Click on use prompt and then hit generate. Let's have a look at the result. The car moves normally and then boom, we have a realistic explosion. We have debris, some luminance on the road, a fireball and smoke at the end. Pretty much everything we need to make an explosion look real. I generated multiple versions. While each explosion looked different, the camera movement looked exactly like my original video and stayed consistent every time. Next, I downloaded the generated video and brought it into Premiere Pro to stitch it with the original footage. I was worried there would be an obvious cut, but the transition is so subtle. I did notice some camera shake in the first few frames of the generated video, but I fixed that by keyframing the clip's position and stabilizing the footage frame by frame. That small adjustment made a huge difference. I also used KlingAI to create other types of VFX. For example, I want to show you a few different versions of this sinkhole. I wasn't too happy with the first one. The second attempt looks more like an eruption of the ground, almost like a giant lizard or Godzilla is about to emerge, which I thought looked really cool. The third one looked like an advanced weapon creating this sinkhole. What caught my attention here is how the water expands and interacts with the walls and pavements. As you can see, I specified handheld shaking camera movement to match my original video. In this example, I had a close-up video of a cat walking, and I used KlingAI to make it spread wings and fly up into the sky. I also used this clip to create a sudden avalanche effect. While I could have probably used a better video with more snow on the mountain, what stands out here is the physics and how the effects interact with the original video. Before we look at some other amazing video manipulation features available in KlingAI, if you are new to this channel, I make tons of AI and visual effects tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to do so to stay updated, and give this video a like to let me and the algorithm know that you want to see more content like this. Next to the Image to Video tab, you will find something called Multi-Elements. When you click on it, you will notice it changes back to the 1.6 model. As of now, this is the only model available for multi-elements, but don't worry, it's still great for what we need. Here you can swap different elements, add new things, and delete subjects. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do all of that, starting with the swap feature. Say we want to change the dog in this video to something else. Before uploading your video, you will notice some requirements. It must be 5 seconds or less and needs to be in 720p or 1080p resolution. Once your video is uploaded, simply click on the object or character that you want to swap, and KlingAI will automatically select it for you. You can click on any area that Kling might have missed to refine the selection, then click on Preview Full Selected Area. As you can see, we now have a mask around the dog throughout the entire video. While the edges look a little rough, don't worry about that. If the subject stays highlighted throughout the video, you can go ahead and click confirm. I wanted to turn the dog into a cyborg dog, so I generated several beautiful images using colors, which is the text-to-image model built into KlingAI. And like the video models, Colors is really good at following prompts and creating high-quality images. You can use it to generate multiple images of the same subject in different environments. You can also upload a face reference to ensure character consistency. And you can transform a photo into any style. For example, I turned this photograph into an illustration and CGI rendering. Once you upload the image of the new element, you will get a pre-written prompt. All you have to do is change the X within the brackets. For example, here we're swapping cyborg dog from image for dog from video. It's as simple as that. Then click generate. Swapping elements takes around 3 minutes, which is still blazing fast considering we're removing a subject from our video and replacing it with something completely new. When you see the video, it's incredible. The dog is replaced with the generated image and it perfectly mimics the original motion. The way it's sitting there, how its paws interacts with the sand. You can even see the shininess and shadows shift on the body as it moves. Let's push this even further with something more complex. I have this clip of a woman running. Her hair is bouncing around, which would make masking incredibly challenging. I want to replace her with this robot that's not even facing the camera in the reference image. Let's update the prompt to read swap robot from image for woman from video. Looking at this result for the first time left me questioning my whole career. Even though this robot has complex details around the neck and the joints, the AI matched the movement really well. I noticed it struggles a bit and you start to see some artifacts when there's a lot of movement and motion blur in the video. But let's not forget, this is only going to get better in the future. I can see how this technology could easily replace or at least greatly assist with motion capture. Not only can you replace characters in your videos, but you can also composite new elements and have them move naturally. To do that, switch to the Add tab. Let's take this video for example. And as you might have guessed, I want to add this leopard on the couch. The prompt says, using the context of video, seamlessly add X. So let's replace X with leopard. You can also add other instructions. For example, I can specify that I want the leopard to be on the couch and hit generate. Now the leopard appears smaller than I expected. I think because the empty space on the couch itself is small, but watch how naturally it sits there. The contact shadows are perfect and its movements are lifelike. While we don't have complete control over the animation, just imagine how long this would take to create manually. I added a T-Rex to this video footage and I'm amazed by how it understood exactly where to place the T-Rex It made it move naturally in the same direction as the people. I also used this to add graffiti to the wall in this video. As you can see, Kling recognizes that this is a graffiti image that should be placed on the wall. The original graffiti image had a black background, but you can also upload PNG images with transparent backgrounds. This gives you just the graffiti text itself. It's super cool, and I can see this being useful for overlaying graphics on things like t-shirts or products, but currently it works better on flat surfaces. Next, let's look at how you can use KlingAI to remove unwanted subjects from your video. We will start with something simple first, and I say that because the final example I'm going to show you will absolutely blow your mind. Start by selecting the subject you want to remove. Make sure you include the shadows too, and click preview. You can see the edges are a bit rough and the shadows were not tracked very well, but let's give it a try and see. Remember to specify what you want to remove. In my case, I want to delete this man from the video, and even though I didn't perfectly select the shadow, the AI removed it along with the skateboarder, and that's what makes this tool so easy to use. It just understands what needs to be done. Now, just like with all the previous features, I wanted to test the limits of the removal tool, so I uploaded a video with multiple similar subjects, i.e. the goats. They are all moving differently and overlapping each other. I decided to try removing a goat that's partially hidden behind another one. This would typically be extremely challenging to edit, but I decided to give it a try. As I expected, the selection fails at some points, but you can adjust that anywhere in your video, and KlingAI will automatically add a new keyframe at that point. Now, the result, while not perfect, it's still impressive. The goat simply vanished. I bet if I showed this to someone who hasn't seen the original video, they would need time to notice anything unusual. For a tool that doesn't require frame-by-frame masking or hand painting, this delete feature is absolutely goated. Combined with all the other features I showed you, plus many more, I truly believe KlingAI is worth every penny. The standard plan costs $6.99 a month and comes with 660 credits, and by using my link in the description box, you will get an exclusive 10% discount on annual memberships. I would like to thank KlingAI for sponsoring this video, and thank you all for watching until the end. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like the video, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.